Ultra Squad, look, man, if you're new to the channel, man, we react to different things that might be possibly trending, whether it's political all the way to just social media trending topics, all right? Today, we got Druski, man. Druski been making some buzz. You know, if you know about Druski, social media comedian, he's done comedy on stage or whatnot, but he's mostly known for, like, what he does on social media, as in, like, a lot of his skits that he does, right? Different streams that he's done with different creators. It goes on and on and on, right? But this time, Druski's done. Druski's been in a little bit of controversy when it comes to certain things, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, not on some Epstein files-ish or whatever. But like this time, he done rattled some feathers, man, with Erika Kirk. If you know about Erika Kirk, she's in a political atmosphere, you know what I mean, in that realm. You might pay attention to politics, you might not, all right? It's looking like from the internet, you know what I mean? She ain't too fond of this new skit that he did. How conservative women act in America, right? And everybody's saying it's Erika Kirk. And from the picture that I've seen, it looked like Erika Kirk, bro. So we're finna break it down real quick.
On your feet, boy!
Raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God.
Bro, this is the closest things to white chicks that we'll ever get again. I believe Marlon Wayans and they coming out with a new white chicks real soon. If you heard about it, but this is nasty. This is nasty work. You know who this look like? What's that one social media girl? I'm being real. No shade. This look like that YouTuber cosplayed as Zac Efron, Troy, and High School Musical 2, like Trisha or something like that. He looked just like her right now, I ain't gonna lie. Her and white chicks combined together, bro, this is crazy. If you know Batman Absolute, you know what I mean? Batman, the comic books that's coming out, it's an absolute version of, Absolute Joker, Absolute Batman, or some nerd stuff. For the nerds or whatever, y'all the real ones, y'all the OGs, y'all know what's up. This is like Absolute Erika. This is Absolute Erika. Like, this is Absolute Erika for sure. Definitely. Look at that. Oh my God. Like she turned to the Hulk. Like for real.
We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
See, y'all don't understand that these faces that he's making.
Jesus.
I serve a righteous God.
These faces that he's making, y'all don't get how iconic it is, because if you know or seen pictures of Erika Kirk or like videos, she talks about something and then them blue eyes. People love to say they love blue eyes and all that, but that ish looks scary on certain people. Let's be so for real. Just because you got blue eyes or green eyes, that don't make you cute. As the ghetto people say, they don't make you curt. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you cute. All right? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean you're more trustworthy. That doesn't mean that you're this or that, or, you know what I'm saying? You're not an angel. It looks creepy on some of y'all. And that's the faces she be making. It's really true. She be making these faces.
Prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha.
okay.
And Bella will have all organic pop cup.
Organic.
Yes, everything organic.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Get up!
Alright, bro, that's a skit, right? Let's look at the comments real quick. Druski, Kirk, hey man, everybody know what's up. A couple people that I follow, okay. Bro, you did not. Oh, he acting up. It's crazy how showing the people at the top that I follow, that's crazy. Brother is uncancelable. You really can't cancel him, even though some people have tried to cancel him. You know, certain studs get mad at him for, you know, acting like he likes studs, like it's just so harmful. Okay, whatever. People take stuff too serious. She about to put $1 million on your head, boy. Hey, you better be careful. You know, Candace Owens will agree, probably. Candace Owens will be like, boy, you better be careful before she come for you, boy. Bad girls. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Erika come for you? Before we get to anything else, man, if you still don't think this is about Eric Kirk, or if you're a fan of Eric Kirk, you finna look at this real quick.
But we serve a just God, and I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all His children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the...
You know, it's crazy because some people who are like very hard-going Eric Kirk fans or whoever, they be like, she didn't exactly say that. That's not exactly what she said. But same thing, low-key, same thing. It's basically the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the vibe that it's giving. Why'd you have to throw that in there like that? Especially white. Like, if you're about equality, you, no matter what side you're on, left or right, you wouldn't be throwing like race into it. But both parties sometimes throw race. You know, the right loves to say that the left loves to throw race in there, or like gender and all this, which they do. A lot of them do. The extreme woke ones, they do. Those Democrats, yes, they do. Or whatever you consider yourself, whatever, right? So a lot of times Republicans do the same thing too on the right. Let's be so for real, all right? And she did that. Why is she talking about especially white young men? That makes no sense.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the tower?
Agree, but I think a lot of people are unjustifiably coming after Druski. He's a comedian. He can do whatever he want to do. That's the part of comedy, is that sometimes you may get offended by it. And I say this, I wish that Druski didn't make it, because I think that it's a sensitive topic. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out and counsel Druski over this. I just think that he's being a comedian, and it's insensitive comedy. And I want everybody watching this to just check your own self. I think most people watching this think it was disgusting. However, when somebody's making fun of George Floyd, were you upset? Did you feel like it was too much and gone too far? Or did some of y'all enjoy the content of making fun of George Floyd? Which we don't have a connection to George Floyd. We think George Floyd was a crackhead nut job, which in part he was. However, that's somebody's dad, that's somebody's brother, and somebody making fun of him could come across as being insensitive. So the way I looked at this situation, as I said, before I get upset about it, let me check myself, because when Druski made fun of all kind of other people and they may have been offended by it, I didn't get mad at it because it was funny. It was detached. I wasn't a part of it. I didn't know the people. But then when he made fun of somebody I know, it really bothered me. It really did. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, put my 2 cents in it, take it or leave it. Let's get to something a little more applicable to the nation. And
The bottom line is that this choice to mock Erika Kirk is in poor taste. This black man could have chose to mock anybody else. Why'd you have to throw his race in there? this black man, you know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all be giving yourself away, bro. This black man could have chose to mock anybody else in the world, but he chose to mock a grieving widow. He did not choose to mock anybody on his side. God doesn't like mockery. If he chose to dress up like Jesus Christ tomorrow and make fun of him, that wouldn't be acceptable. There's a fine line between comedy and dangerous mockery. I'm sure he wouldn't do one of these gifts with Kamala Harris cracking. Grieving? See, this is what I'm saying. What are you talking about? It's too many clips out there of Erika Kirk, no matter what side you on. And there are some Republicans reacting to this as well. No matter what side you on, a lot of these look sus. Like, come on now. Like, why would you be having people pay money to come to the thing where your husband got off that, taking pictures with it and all that? That don't make no sense.
No, because why is there a replica of Charlie Kirk's murder tent at the TPUSA conference? For photo opportunities. I'm sorry, but what the actual F is wrong with these people?
Some of y'all are weird, bro. And mind y'all, I'm not taking a Republican or a Democrat side. This is shade irrational. I'm on the middle ground here. And Tatum is right. If you know about Tatum, he's like a Republican. He is what a lot of black people, modern black people, like urban black people who are like Democrats or whatever, would say that he's a coon. They would say he's a coon. And this was a rational take on his end. This was very rational. All right, here's Candace Owens. You know who Candace Owens is, you know. Here's Candace Owens reacting to the Druski skit, man.
Here is Druski mocking conservative women, namely Erika Kirk.
Get on your feet, boy!
I ain't gonna lie, Candace got that hair laid though. You know what I'm saying? Let me see some kinks, some curls though. You know, one day.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. We have to protect all men in America. Especially.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't looking at Candace's face, I don't know if she really finds this funny or not, or she just simply do not really like Erika Kirk, which she really don't. Like, let's be real, like that face right there, I don't know if she's just been hanging around too many white people or whatever, or she just like a very like interesting black woman. But that don't look like it's genuine. I'm just being real. But if it is, Candace funny as hell for this face, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, either she find this funny or she just obviously don't give no F's about Erika Kirk.
Really, all white men in America.
So good.
Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the ones who matter most.
Okay. This is how everybody's feeling. Everybody, for the first time, it's not left or right. It's like everyone's united in feeling this. It feels fake. It feels wrong. Tim Dillon called it out early. It feels like they just want our money, and they're just going to keep saying the Lord and God and God and the Lord, so we can't question things, because it would just be, oh, my God, it would be demonic.
You know, and like I said, as you can see in that one comment, that's probably an Erika Kirk supporter. You know what I'm saying? And like the words that y'all be choosing, you didn't even have to say that. You could have just said, why this guy? This guy could have reacted to anybody, but you said this black man. I mean, he is black, you know what I'm saying? But like, there was no point in saying that. You know, y'all, I swear, y'all hate, I'm saying it again, some of y'all are on the right. Y'all hate when Democrats or whoever always bring race up into anything. Like, that's the main important thing when it comes to anything and everything. Always playing victims and gender, bringing up gender. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then, when y'all do it, it's okay for y'all to do it. This is what's wrong with both sides, bro. Like, y'all don't be seeing the problem when it comes to your side. Like, this is why the world will never be like 100% peace and harmony because of stuff like this. You know, even if we don't all agree, we could be able to look at each other's POVs, and we got to come to some type of middle ground. We got to do something, man. You know, until then, it's going to continue to be like that. And in that skit, he really didn't say nothing too crazy. He really didn't. He was literally playing out clips that looked just like that, what everybody's thinking. He made the clips that Erika Kirk has been in, the way she's talked in the interviews, you know, about God and Jesus, you know what I'm saying, the Bible. The clip where she literally said the thing about the white man, especially white young men. Why do you have to say all that? You don't think that's going to be taken a certain type of way? And then it's so funny when certain black Republicans or whoever try to defend something like that. Well, they didn't exactly mean it like that. How do you know? Let's say you're right, because there's a possibility that you are right. But you don't know what's in their brain. You know what I'm saying? They could have absolutely meant it the way that they said something, or the way that certain people are taking it. That's the thing about it, though. And then when it's, because I follow certain Republicans and I follow certain Democrats. You know, I like to look at both sides of things, or whatever somebody believes in. I want to be able to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people like y'all, some people out there, don't know how to do or want to do. They want to think their side is right all the time, right? And I bring this up because sometimes I see certain Republicans, creators, who I watch some of their content because it be actually good. Some of y'all, when it's actually something that's out there where you can't really like have a rebuttal on or defend, I notice how some of y'all do not make videos about that. I noticed that. That's weird. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for Democrats as well. When they see, obviously, I can't defend this, so I can't even make a video on it and defend it. I see that on both sides. You know what I mean? And it's like, why y'all do that? Because y'all know what's up. But why don't you talk about that? If you're gonna like defend your beliefs, right? You should be able to also talk about things that could be happening in your party that might not be so good. All right, so allegedly she responded, but you know how social media can be. It can be AI, it could be like Photoshop. But apparently there was a response that Erika Kirk, her Instagram is Miss Erika Kirk, look like she says, Druski, this is sick. This is sick. You fully dressed up as me, copied my look, my voice, my mannerisms. And turned me into a joke for millions of people. But let me guess. When it's done to me, it's suddenly comedy. When it's done, if I did anything even remotely comparable, y'all would be trying to ruin my life. This is racist, humiliating. And you know exactly what you're doing. Apparently, Druski responded and said, I never even said your name in the video, which he didn't. The fact that you saw a wig, a Bible, and the character and immediately decided it was about you is kind of telling on yourself. Even though we know obviously it was about her, let's be so for real, but the way he played it off, you can get away with that. And this is something that people are saying allegedly she's going to sue. There was a cease and desist order, right? Erika Kirk, this is supposed to be a tweet that Druski sent out allegedly saying Erika Kirk sent me a cease and desist trying to sue me over a skit. A skit. Little does she know parody is protected. It's comedy, which it is. Not defamation. Y'all gotta stop trying to take jokes to court, bruh. Facts. Right? Trying to cancel somebody, trying to sue somebody over something, some words, right? Those be the same ones. I'm telling you, people be so hypocritical. Those be the same ones where they say, oh, free speech, freedom of speech, right? People have the right to say, oh, we don't agree with multiple genders, blah, 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 right? Because y'all, some of y'all who are Republicans be saying, oh, the left side is so sensitive, they take everything and then want to cancel everything, but then you want to cancel this over some words. I'm just being real, you know. Now, I don't know how true this is. I tried to do some research. I couldn't really find too much. There was an article on a page or like a website called Newsweek, you know, whatever, right? So apparently they're saying the claim is false. The claim is false. A representative from Druski confirmed to Newsweek that the claim is false. I don't know how true that is. Now, don't take my word for it. Like I said, again, I don't know how true that is. It's crazy. I'm going to end it here, man. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below. You know what I mean? If you want me to react to anything trending, whether it's political or just on social media alone, leave it down below, all right?